What is going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Today we're going to be talking about the Doomed Petitioner linear fusion rifle that came out with Season of the Wish as a craftable weapon from good old Riven on the helm. This is, like I said, a Void linear fusion rifle that is an aggressive frame, has that nice 3-round burst, so is pretty solid for the PvE realm in that damage output, especially with the perks that we have in the 3rd and 4th column. As for PvP, definitely not as good. Those solo bursts are definitely better. Sometimes those 3 rounds can be for supers or something like that, maybe a well, but overall not that great for PvP. We'll go over the ratings for each one at the end. Before we get into these god rolls, we got the Dragon's Vengeance origin trait. When an ally dies or you reach critical health, this weapon's magazine refills. It gains bonus range, charge time, and handling, so even better for that DPS side of this weapon. So, starting us out, PvE realm, where it's definitely very solid. For our aggressive frame, we're going with stability as our masterwork, just because of that 3-round burst. We want to hit those precision shots as much as we possibly can, just because they're obviously better than hitting a body shot, but also because of our final perk that we have in our 4th column that you'll see in a second. First off, we have corkscrew rifling that gives us range stability and handling, giving us these stats you see in that bottom right hand corner. Now we're using liquid coil as well to increase our impact, little slower charge time, but really doesn't feel too bad for this 3-round burst. As we move on to our enhanced traits, for me, this right here is definitely the go-to with reconstruction. It just over times reloads itself up to double its capacity. You could go with Envious Assassin, which is very similar, but you get defeats with other weapons first, proccing the overflow of the magazine based on the number of targets. So very similar, but this I just like to have in general, especially for DPS, because you're not getting those defeats on DPS, and this will reload itself over time even without getting defeats. Next off, in the 4th column, really not that many options besides Precision Instrument. Dealing that sustained damage increases precision damage, so as long as we're doing that damage, we're going to do sustained the increased precision damage, which is why we have that stability masterwork, so it shoots as straight as possible. Now there are 2 other options, kinda in my opinion, surrounded depending on the activity to gain that increase in damage, but again, not too often that this happens, and for a linear fusion, definitely doesn't feel that great to me. Something like a golden tricorn maybe if you're using a void subclass like the Apotheosis Veil and Warlock with those scatter grenades, but 100% for me going with that Precision Instrument. Next, moving on to the PvP side of things. Again, going with stability because of that 3-round burst. Definitely the bounce, you need to hit all 3 of the shots to get defeats, even if they are all body shots. Now, when we move on to our barrel, going with corkscrew and liquid coils, again, just the best for our stability on this build, which is what we're looking for. And when you hit those heavy headshots, it's going to get defeats anyways, so we are going with that little bit higher impact damage for those body shots where we can get a triple tap for the body. Now, for perks, really only 2 options in my personal opinion. We got Keep Away in the 1st column for that increased reload range and accuracy when no targets are in close proximity. Very much what we need for on this linear fusion. Not the best in the PvP realm, like I said. In the 4th column, our option is this moving target, increased movement speed and target acquisition when moving while ADSing. Now, this thing does bounce quite a bit, so it does get a little bit all over the place, but not too shabby at all for that extra little bit of target acquisition. So for this, for the PvE side of things, I would give it a good 4.3 out of 5, maybe a 4.4, just because of that reconstruction with precision instrument. Very good for damage output inside of the Crucible. Giving it a 2 out of 5. There are a lot better heavies, especially not just linear fusions, but grenade launchers, LMGs, rockets. Pretty much anything is better than a linear fusion, in my opinion, in that heavy slot. So hopefully y'all can grab this and craft it from the coil or going through Riven's Lair. Very good farm for getting those red borders this season. So again, appreciate all y'all. If you enjoy the content, don't be afraid to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you don't miss out on any of the builds, guides, etc. Plus, we got all of the socials and Discord down below. One-Eyed Jedi on basically everything. So I appreciate all you guys and the continued support. So thank y'all. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.